My name is Mark Kelly. I'm the brother of Carl Ann Kelly, who was shot dead on the 19th of May 1981 by Fusilier Barry Scott from the British Army. She was shot with a plastic bullet outside the front of her house.
I'm Mary Heenan and I'm 98 and my husband was murdered in 1973.
My name is Alana McShane. My brother Gavin was murdered in A to B taxis in Armagh on the 18th of May 1994 at the age of 17.
My name is Kathleen Duffy. I'm the mother of Seamus Duffy, my 15-year-old son who was murdered by the IUC. He was killed with a plastic bullet on the 9th of August 1989.
My name is Martin Mullen. I'm from East Tyrone. My Aunt Rosanne was a 76-year-old pensioner. She was murdered on the 8th of May 1994 and my mother was also injured in a gun attack at that night.
Siobhan Clinton and Tanya Mataram, Dún Warway Mawami, Teresa Clinton, or an Carhula Jeg de Abrin, Ni Jeg Noha Cahar. My name is Siobhan Clinton and my mother Teresa was murdered on the 14th of April 1994.
My name is Jonathan McCure and in November 1982 my father Jervis McCure was shot dead, murdered by the RUC.
Our case has went to court for 25 years from 1994 to 2019. Peter Sheridan was Assistant Chief Constable and he was Assistant Chief Constable for 5 years while that investigation went on. At the end of the day, there was nobody convicted of the murder. It was all covered up and people in charge of that cover-up can't wash their hands of that. There were very prominent people in prominent positions at that time while that murder investigation went on of a 76-year-old pensioner watching television. Now with these new groups, we are expected to believe and pay heed to the likes of the same very people that sat in these senior positions all them years and was in part and parcel of the cover-up.
Hilary Benn is trying to put families towards the ICRIR. This will not do any good for any of the families. It'll just keep back all their cases. They're trying to hide everything. The ones who run that are the same ones who ran agents in this country for years and years and was responsible for the murder of my father.
I was 37 years of age whenever my Seamus was murdered. I'm now 73. And I'd like to tell Hilary Benn that he is no way going to put me off fighting against an RUC man that's heading this inquiry.
We have been waiting 40 years on justice on an investigation into my daddy's death, and we've been hindered every step of the way. And now the Legacy Act has been introduced by the Tories, and this time last year Labour said they were going to scrap it in their manifesto. They still haven't. It's government-led, it's secretive. One of the main guys, Sheridan, was a former RUC officer. There are 10 RUC officers working within the Legacy unit. It's really insulting to me and to the other families that we're being asked to go to this body which has no impartiality, no independence.
I will never accept the ICRIR, as many families that I've spoke to ever will. It's just unacceptable, and Hilary Benn needs to hear this. He says he wants to listen to the victims. He hasn't listened up to now. Every time I see him, he's making excuse after excuses why the ICRIR should be kept. And for the first time, I am 57 years of age, and for the first time in my entire life, in the north of Ireland have I ever seen everyone agree that this does not work.
Scrap the ICRIR now. Work with families, the Irish Government, human rights groups and the international community to put in place a proper lawful investigation process. It's the very least we deserve.